The mouth cards have been revealed. Let's take a look at the brand new mouth cards. First, the Aqua cards. Angry Lamb, 1 energy, 65 damage, deal 20 bonus damage if this Axie's HP is above 75%. So it's the opposite of how it works now. In the current game, if you have less than 50%, you get a bonus. In Origin, you're going to deal 20% bonus damage, which is about a third more if your HP is above 75%. That's kind of interesting. They just completely flip-flopped it. Now it's like when your Axie's at full health, in the early game, you can do more damage. Up next, Catfish. 1 energy, 60 damage. Heal HP equal to 50% of unblocked damage. So I'm guessing that means damage that doesn't hit shields, but it just hits HP directly. You heal half of that. So that's less than the current heals. Current heals tend to heal the full amount, right? Mosquito, Swallow, Zigzag, even Razor Bite. Or Herbivore, they all heal the full amount of damage. This Catfish is only healing 50%. So that's pretty interesting. In general, some of the stuff like heals and reflect damage have been seriously toned down in the Origin design space, from what I can tell. Risky Fish, dude, it's so bloody. They're just like, holy shit. Dude, that's so brutal. It's like them just getting caught by the hook. Oh, it looks so fucking terrible, dude. What the fuck? Why does it have to be so terrible? Oof, that's so rough. Oh, I'm not looking at it. Ugh. Apply weak to this Axie for 2 turns. 1 energy, 90 damage. Fuck this, dude. That's such painful art. I don't want to... Ugh. 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 All right, Piranha. This one's better. It's just so... Ugh. All right, 160 damage. Piranha. Apply bleed for 4 turns. Do you guys think bleed decks are going to be strong? We saw some bleed in the previous set of cards, in the tail cards. I have a feeling there's going to be a super strong bleed deck. I mean, goddamn, these cards are bloody. Ugh. Okay, beast cards up next. All right, more Nutcracker, the mouth Nutcracker card. All Nutcracker cards of this Axie gain 6 damage this battle, 1 energy, 60 damage. Exactly the same stats and text as the tail Nutcracker card that we saw. So if it's going to be 3 of those, then the Nutcracker decks are only going to be crazier. Hope you stocked up on triple nut. Or is it even possible to do quadruple Nutcracker with eyes and ears? Is there a part for all? There's a bunch of Nutcracker cards coming. Goda, 1 energy, 60 damage. Shuffle 1 void into your opponent's discard pile and then banish. I think this is the first time we've seen a 1 energy card that banishes itself. I'm pretty sure the only banish we saw so far was Nemo, which still costs 0, which is very rare. Goda costs 1 and it banishes itself. We don't know what a Void is going to do. We've seen Void. We've seen Dazed. We've seen, I think, Burn maybe. Like, no, maybe not Burn. But there's been various shuffle this debuff into your opponent's discard or deck or whatever. So I'm planning on building decks that use this shuffling Void into the opponent's deck mechanic. I'm happy to see this Goda. I have a plant with Goda, for example. I'm definitely planning on using the Godas that I have to experiment with shuffling Voids into the discard. It sounds strong, Void. It sounds like a strong thing, so we'll see. Axie Kiss, 1 energy, 60 damage, target any enemy, apply Death Mark for 4 turns if this Axie's HP is below 50%. Death Mark for 4 turns. Is that going to be like lethal where you get a crit? I mean, there's no crits in the game. I wonder what Death Mark does. Increase damage received? Okay, Confident is a 0 cost. There's very, very few 0 cost cards left in Axie Origin. If you've been paying attention, especially if you've watched my videos on the cards that have been released so far, I'll link them in the description maybe in case you missed them. If you've been watching those, you've noticed most of the 0 cost cards so far, with the exception of Nemo, have become 1 cost cards. So for example, Balloon is now a 1 cost card. Like, we'll see. Is Thunderclaw going to be 0? Is Might Bite going to be 0? I'm guessing not, but we'll see. Confident is a 0. It's a skill card. Target any ally, cleanse 1 debuff, and grant 2 rage. Dude, what if my Confident bird works in a rage deck? I have a Confident Air Force 1 bird, Confident Trump bird. What if that works in a rage deck? Okay, up next we got plant cards. Sirius looks very different. Oh shit, look at that. 1 energy, 90 damage, discard 1 card from your hand. Are they turning discard on its head? Are they going to make it so you discard your own cards instead of your opponent's cards? It might still have some of the like toxic RNG design-wise of being very RNG-based, but probably less annoying to play against self-discard than aggressive discard, you know what I mean? That damage is crazy, dude. Sirius is currently a low damage attack. Now it's going to be 90 damage. with no weak, with no vulnerable, just discard one card from hand. Wild shit. Zigzag, 1 energy, 60 damage. Heal HP equal to 50% of unblocked damage. That's the same as Swallow, right? The 50% of unblocked, so they're nerfing the heals. Herbivore, 1 energy, 65 damage. If initial, heal 15 HP. That looks pretty good. God, I'm so excited for Origin. Every time we review cards, I get more excited. Silence Whisper, 1 energy, 65 heal. That's a green number. You see that? It's green with sparkles. It looks like a heal, right? Silence Whisper, 65 heal. Target any ally. We saw at least one team with Silence Whisper on it in the top 100 when we were reviewing teams. So I'm not writing out Silence Whisper in Axie Infinity Season 20 or in Axie Origin Season 0. Just remains to be seen. Okay, bird mouths. Double talk. 1 energy, 65 damage. If initial, apply sleep for 4 turns. Peacemaker. Look at this art. This is kind of crazy. It's got some kind of peace bomb. Like, what is that? 1 energy, 60 damage. Apply weak for 2 turns. If target previously has weak, deal 15 more damage, so 75. That seems like it could be strong. I'm guessing weak means you do less damage. Vulnerable means you take more damage. So that's interesting. Weak for 2 turns doesn't seem like too much, but maybe I'm misinterpreting it. Little Owl, 1 energy, 60 damage. All Little Owl cards of this Axie gain 6 damage this battle. How many Little Owl parts are there? There's Little Owl eyes. There's the mouth. Is there ears, or is there just eyes and mouth? I didn't expect that. A bird variation of Nutcracker. So Dark Swoop, Little Owl, it's no longer a backdoor. Yeah, double talk to put him to sleep and then the death mark to make him get killed. That's fucking crazy, X. All right, Hungry Bird, 1 energy, 65 damage. If initial, heal 15 HP. Wow. 65 damage for 1 energy is a lot. Usually it's only 60. And if initial, heal 15. That seems very strong. Bug time, let's go. Okay, it's confirmed. Mosquito is the same as Zigzag and Swallow. 1 energy, 60 damage. Heal HP equal to 50% of unblocked damage. Okay, I called it. Pincer, Sunderclaw. This is a 0-cost card in Axie Infinity. It is a 1-cost card in Axie Origin. That is huge. That means there's going to be almost no 0 costs in Axie Origin. Almost no 0 costs. And then this Pincer is brutal. Look, he's bleeding. It's apply bleed for 4 turns. I'm telling you guys, bleed decks are going to be sick. Bleed decks are going to be sick. Cute Bunny, pretty similar to what it used to do. 1 energy, 60 damage. Apply fear for 4 turns. Pretty much the same thing as it used to do, except the damage is different than before. Might Bite stays a 0 cost. Okay, so Sunder goes to 1. Might Bite, Square Teeth stays 0. 0 energy, 25 damage. That is very aggressive for Axie Origin. For stat lines we've seen, you can barely get a 0 energy card anywhere. Barely get a 0 energy card anywhere, and this one has 25 damage. And if initial, deal bonus damage equal to current shield. That seems really strong. It depends how initial works. Is it the first card that your Axie plays? I mean, you play separately from your opponent, so yeah, I mean, as long as you can activate that consistently, it's interesting anyway. Okay, Reptile cards, here they are. Kotaro Bite, 1 energy, 30 damage, deal 2 hits to random enemies, gain 1 energy if hit at least 2 enemies. Deal 2 hits to random enemies, gain 1 energy if hit at least 2 enemies. So you hit randomly, and if you target 2 different enemies, you gain the energy back. So it cycles, but there's some RNG, because it could attack the same enemy twice, maybe. All right, Razor Bite has been changed a little bit. 1 energy, 60 damage. And again, just heal HP equal to 50% of unblocked damage. So it's the same exact thing as all other healing cards. Tiny Turtle, 1 energy, 50 damage. Apply stunned for 2 turns if this attack causes HP loss to target. So it seems like it might be easier to activate Chomp than it used to be. As long as they don't have so much shields that you don't do any damage to their HP, then you stun them. That seems easier. You don't have to combo with 2 other cards. And then Toothless Bite, look at this shit. 1 energy, 65 damage. And if initial, this attack targets the furthest enemy? If initial, this attack targets the furthest enemy. That's crazy. So back doors are super crazy. Attack the furthest enemy and do 1 energy, 65 damage, which is more than average. Backdoors are really strong in this game, it seems. No need to combo. It's kind of wild that it's 65 damage on the backdoor card. It's kind of wild. Toothless, so good. That's what I'm saying. Toothless, so good. And that's it. Only 4 cards per mouth, so that's it. Pretty damn good.